Hello and welcome to Random Draw, a trip through the vinyl archives of WTBR-FM. When WTBR moved to the new facilities here at Pittsfield Community Television, it brought along with it a tremendous asset, its vinyl collection. Numbering nearly 20,000 pieces including full albums, EPs, singles, and so much more. The purpose of this program is to bring you back in time to the early days of WTBR when these records were brand new. I'm your host, David Cachet, and over the last couple of years I've acted as sort of an archivist of this great collection. Just imagine, if you will, a wall full of records sorted into like cubby holes with about 150 to 200 records in each section. I'm going to be choosing one of these sections to grab records from. I'm just going to be randomly selecting records off the wall of our studios and playing them for you. That's right, playing the actual vinyl records that have been in the WTBR archives for decades. Now, each record in our collection has a catalog number listed on it, and this coincides with the order in which it was received by the WTBR DJs back in the day. Its first two digits represent the year it came in, and the remaining 3 or 4 digits will tell you the order in which they received the LP. Now tonight we're going back to the great year of 1982 and be listening to some great random songs from that year, and we're going to start with a group that I always think of more of a 70s band, I think, and that's Ambrosia. Now in 1982 they were putting out their album called Rhode Island, not the state, but the actual like Rhode, R-A-D, Island, on Warner Brothers Records, catalog number 82-272. Album was produced by James Guthrie, who worked with Pink Floyd a little bit, and the album cover art and all the font was done by Ralph Steadman, who was famous for work on Hunter S. Thompson's work and that sort of stuff. So it's a cool little album cover they put out. So we're going to listen to one of their tracks. It's a song called How Can You Love Me? Now, this single only went to number 86, but that's better than the album, which only went to number 115 on this, their fifth and final album. So here is Ambrosia with the track How Can You Love Me, right now on Random Draw.
above the heat of the summer New York street. An out-of-work musician plays a solo saxophone, and he's preaching and he's teaching, and he stands up all alone. Stranded in the dark of a vision in a park. A poet in his madness tries to start another line, and he's losing and he's choosing, and he says he's doing fine. And they look from side to hide. Somehow it's alright. They're talking back to the night. That's all that they can do. Just talking back to the night. Somehow they make it through. If you listen, you can hear them. The voices draw you near them. They're talking back to the night for you. Seem to take every dime man can make. His dream keeps getting small, and he wonders where to turn. And he's trying hard to look at, trying not to break. And they look from side to hide. Somehow it's alright. They're talking back to the night. It's all that they can do. Talking back to the night. That's how they make it.
Under the Big Black Sun. That was X. Before that, we heard Joe Cocker with Talking Back to the Night. And we started off today's show in our look back at 1982 with the group Ambrosia and their song, How Can You Love Me? Now, that Joe Cocker song, Talking Back to the Night, was actually a Steve Winwood song. He wrote it for one of his albums, and Joe Cocker did what he did best, and that's cover other people's tracks. He always seems to do that and does really well with it. Now, that song was taken off of his 1982 album called Sheffield Steel on Island Records, catalog number 82-395. This album was his first album for Joe Cocker in 4 years. Wasn't a very big success, as the album only hit number 105 on the U.S. charts, but months later in 1982, Joe Cocker would have a huge hit with him and Jennifer Warnes doing the duet Up Where We Belong from the Officer and a Gentleman soundtrack, which would propel him for another decade or so with other big hits and keep him in the public eye for a while. But again, that was Joe Cocker with his cover of Talking Back to the Night. And we closed off this set of music with the group X and their song Under the Big Black Sun, which was the title track from that album, Under the Big Black Sun, on Elektra Records, which was their major label debut album of 1982. Previously, they had been on Slash Records, I believe. But all these first albums from X were produced by Ray Manzarek, who you probably know as the keyboardist for The Doors. He was their producer of record for, I believe, their first 4 albums or so. Another great proto-punk band from Los Angeles. That was X with Under the Big Black Sun. We're going to switch things up a bit right now. We're going to listen to a group, again, I think of more of a 70s band, and they had some hits in the 70s. And by the time this album came out in 1982, some of their founding members had already passed away, and that is a group called the Marshall Tucker Band, which features nobody named Marshall Tucker at all in the band. I just don't get it. It's like Leonard Skinner over here. What is it with Southern bands not naming themselves after people in the band? In 1982, they were putting out an album called Tuckerized on Warner Brothers Records, catalog number 82-350. Now, this album only peaked at number 95, but for them, it was their last album that ever hit into the top 100, so I guess that's a semi-success for them. We're going to listen to one of the tracks here, one of their singles from the album. Here's a song called Mr. President right now by the Marshall Tucker Band, right now on Random Draw.
Have pity on the working man.
Why did she wear that dress tonight? Why did she bring that stranger? She looks put out in party lights, which leaves us all in danger when she drops her perfumed hanky. I look for love, 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 I look for love. I hate the way we carry on these fashion consultations. To all these wires we sing along require such insulation, fused with fear or charged with anger. I look for love, 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 I look for love. No innocence I can claim, no treasure of stolen hearts. In every mirror I look the same, a toy soldier with missing parts. She's adding up those second looks while she collects advances, like thumbing through some dirty book. They estimate their chances when the parking lot is empty. I look for love, 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 I look for love. I look for love, I look for love, I look for love.
Caught Up in You. That was 38 Special. And before that, we heard I Look for Love by John Hyatt. And we opened up the second set of music here in our loving tribute to 1982 here on Random Draw with the Marshall Tucker Band and Mr. President. A couple of Southern rock bands. Marshall Tucker Band's from South Carolina, 38 Specials from Jacksonville, Florida. I think John Hyatt's from Indiana, so not quite the triple set of Southern rock, but there you go. That John Hyatt song, I Look for Love, was taken off of his album All of a Sudden. That was his fifth solo album and his first album with Geffen Records, catalog number 82-243. And, John Hyatt is certainly one of those people you always think of as being a big influence on a lot of artists, especially a lot of singers-songwriters of the 80s and early 90s. His biggest hit that I always remember growing up was when I was a teenager in high school, when I think in 1993 or so, when he had Perfectly Good Guitar was a big song, and I used to hear a lot on local radio rock stations and stuff. And it's always one of those good voices and guitar players you like to hear every now and then. That was John Hyatt with I Look for Love. We closed up that set with 38 Special and their song Caught Up in You, which was from their album Special Forces, which was also their fifth album, released in 1982. Catalog number 82-288 here at WTBR on A&M Records. Now, the founder of that band was Donnie Van Zant, who, that name sounds familiar because he was the middle brother of Ronnie, Donnie, and Johnny Van Zant. Ronnie Van Zant, of course, was the founder and singer of Lynyrd Skynyrd, who unfortunately passed away in a plane crash at the height of their popularity. And he was replaced in the band 10 years later, in 1987, by Johnny Van Zant, his younger brother. And in the meantime, in the late 70s, early 80s, Donnie Van Zant and his band 38 Special were all over the radio. And especially in 1982, when this album came out, this album made it all the way up to number 10, and the single did as well, Caught Up in You. That was their biggest chart success for albums in their entire career. And that song was written by one of the members of Survivor, along with a couple other tracks on there. So in 1982, if you had 38 Special and Survivor coming together for a single, you knew it was going to be a good song. So that was 38 Special with Caught Up in You. We're going to take a short break right now here on Random Draw. I'll be back in just a moment to hear some more great random music from the year 1982. So stick around.
89.7 WTBR-FM Pittsfield.
This will send shockwaves around the world.
Okay, alrighty, let's play some tunes.
Hey water lovers, this is Leslie Gabriel, your water ambassador, host of And So It Flows. Our water music and water culture brings water outside the cup. Moisten your ears every Tuesday at 2 p.m. here at WTBR 89.7 FM. Love your water.
In the abundance of water, the fool will get thirsty.
Hey, it's Sean from WTBR-FM. Whether you just found this station for the first time or you've been listening for years, you might not know everything about WTBR-FM. Want to find out more? It's easy. Just go to WTBR-FM.com. You can find full programming schedules, listen to the station anywhere in the world, subscribe to our podcasts, and even learn to create a program of your own. And of course, donate to the station. That's WTBR-FM.com. Check it out today.
Let's have a party with all our friends. Let's have a good time. Don't let it end. We got the people.
Hey friends, if you're looking for some party music, tune in to Polka Express with me, Bill Gustavus, every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 and Sunday mornings from 8 to 10, right here on 89.7 WTBR, Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
We all know WTBR is great to listen to on 89.7 FM, but did you know that you can listen to WTBR just about anywhere? We've got a web stream and it's easy to use. Go to WTBR-FM.com on your computer and click play. You can use the TuneIn app on your smartphone and connect it to your car's sound system. Or you can use your smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play WTBR-FM, and there's your community radio station. WTBR, for the love of radio.
Now, streaming live on the web, WTBR-FM.com.
Ron, where are you? I'm in a glass case of emotion.
WTBR.
And we are back here on Random Draw, and I'm your host, David Cachet. And today we are listening to songs from the year 1982. Remember to subscribe to the podcast of Random Draw by visiting wherever you get podcasts, including Google, Stitcher, Apple Music, etc., etc. You may have heard that on the promo. You can also visit our station's website for more information at WTBR-FM.com. You may have heard that on the promo as well. There you can get a full schedule of great programming. You can get all the podcasts from all of those great shows. You can find out how you can get your own show on the radio, because if I can do it, you can do it. And, of course, there's a big button at the top of the page that says Donate. We'd be more than happy to take any funds that you have available that would help us keep the lights on here at the station. All right, we're going to jump back into the music with our second half of our show. We're going to start with a gentleman named Pete Shelley, who was putting out his second album in 1982, and it's an album called Homo Sapien, and it's available on Arista Records, catalog number 82-314 here at WTBR. Now, Pete Shelley is known for being the singer and founder of the group The Buzzcocks, who were kind of a big punk group in England in the late 70s, sort of formed after seeing the Sex Pistols, and ultimately they ended up opening up for the Sex Pistols. And they had a few hits over in England, never really hit it big over here in the U.S., but certainly one of those punk groups that you think of when you think of English punk movement of the late 70s. So by 1981, he was back to his original love of sort of playing electronic synthesized music, and he released his single called Homo Sapien, which hit number 14 in the United States on the dance track charts, but it was a top 10 hit in the Australia and New Zealand. Got banned over in England on the BBC, so there you go, so it must be good. So here is Pete Shelley right now with Homo Sapien right now on Random Draw.
Shy boy, you're the coy boy, and you know we're Homo sapien too. I'm the cruiser, you're the loser, me and you, sir, Homo sapien too. Homo superior in my interior, but from the skin out I'm Homo sapien too, and you're Homo sapien too. Homo sapien like you, and we're Homo sapien too. And I think of your eyes in the dark, and I see the star. And I look to the light, and I might wonder right where you are. All the gods in the sky, where your voice to the earth spinning round. The sun and the moon and the stars are so far from the ground. much at stake. It's a risk I'll take. Stepping on ice. Oh, oh. Stepping on ice. Oh, oh. Stepping on ice. Watch your step. Step, step, stepping on ice. Oh, oh. Stepping on ice. Oh, oh. Stepping on ice. On ice. Can't wait a minute longer. Feeling's getting stronger. Stepping on ice. Stepping on ice. Stepping on ice. Stepping on ice. Remember, I'm the one who didn't have a lot to say. I was trying to find the courage, but I let you walk away. And I can't forget your face, you know it haunts me all the time. And it seems to me I'm living in a dream. Wish we could run away. We could be alone together, far away. Leave the world behind. Run away. What I want to say is, you're a part of me. Let me be a part of you. I wanna tell you what I'm thinking, but the words get in the way. When I'm sitting here alone, I find the things I meant to say. If I wrote them in a letter, could you read between the lines? Would you understand how much I really care? Wish we could run away. We could be alone together, far away. Leave the world behind. Run away. What I want to say is, you're a part of me. Let me be a part of you. I love you. I need you. Don't want to live without you. If I'm backward coming forward, would you help me realize all the answers to the questions I've been asking with my eyes? I could hand you all the cliches, but you've heard them all before. And I want to say I love you in my own way. And could we run away? We could be alone together, far away. Leave the world behind. Run away. What I want to say is, you're a part of me. Let me be a part of you. Run away. We could be alone together, far away. Leave the world behind. Run away. What I want to say is, you're a part
10cc with Runaway. Before that, we heard the Sherbs and their song Steppin' on Ice. And we started off second half of our show and our look back in 1982 here on Random Draw with Pete Shelley and his song Homo Sapien. Now, the Sherbs were a big band in Australia, one of the biggest bands ever in the history of Australian music in the 70s. They were huge down there. Never translated here to America. As a matter of fact, they were called a couple different names. They were at first Sherbet, and then they became the Sherbs. And here in America, they actually released some albums as a group called Highway. So that song that we listened to, Steppin' on Ice, was taken from their LP called Defying Gravity, which was on Atco Records here in the States. Now, it's interesting. This is one of those albums that has a different lineup than it does in the States versus when it was released in its home country. In Australia, it's a full LP with like 12 songs. Here in the States, it's a 6-song mini LP, same cover art and everything else, just half the tracks. I wonder if it was half the cost at the time, but I get off topic there. So that was the Sherbs with Steppin' on Ice. And we closed off that set of music with 10cc and their song Runaway, taken from their album 10 out of 10, which was on Warner Brothers Records, catalog number 82-361 here at WTBR. Now, that's another album that has a different track listing in the UK version versus the US. There's actually 3 tracks on the US version that aren't on the UK version, were never released in the UK. And they were co-written by Andrew Gold, the tracks, including the one we played, Runaway, which was written by and co-written by Andrew Gold, who's famous for his song Lonely Boy. And he also wrote that little song called Thank You for Being a Friend, which was the theme song to Golden Girls. So everyone knows that song. Well, anyways, that song Runaway was not a runaway hit. It did hit number 50 over in the UK as a single, which was their biggest charting single since 1978 with their song Dreadlock Holiday, which was one of my favorite songs by 10cc. So again, that was 10cc and their song Runaway. All right, we got time for a couple more tracks here, and we're going to start with a track that I didn't realize was the original version of a song that I've known for years, and that's a song called Family Man. Now, I know the version by Hall & Oates, which was a big hit for them. I think they hit number 6, as a matter of fact, here in the States with that song in the Hot 100. But we're going to listen to the original version, and it's by Mike Oldfield, who is famous for Tubular Bells and sort of that atmospheric music, instrumental music. And in 1982, he was putting out his album called 5 Miles Out, which was his 7th album. And that was on Epic Records, catalog number 82-264 here at WTBR. And in the United States, the album only went to number 64, but it hit number 7 way over in the UK. And this single hit number 45 for Mike Oldfield. So here is the original version, as I discovered, of Family Man by Mike Oldfield right now on Random Draw.
She was his for a price, but he said, leave me alone. I'm a family man, and my bike is much worse than my bite. He said, leave me alone. I'm a family man. If you push me too far, I just might.
Flock of Seagulls right there with Iran, So Far Away. And before that, we heard Mike Oldfield in the original version of Family Man, which again, I didn't know until I heard it that was the original version. So, of course, A Flock of Seagulls, if you were alive at any point during the 80s, you would certainly know that that was a giant hit for A Flock of Seagulls, and you continue to hear it to this day on a lot of radio stations. So absolutely incredible. That was the extended version, according to the record that we had. It's actually sort of a 12-inch single. The A-side was their other top 40 hit, Space Age Love Song, a live version of that. On the B-side was the extended version of Iran, So Far Away. Now, that track was taken from their self-titled debut album back in 1982. Hit number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. And also, the album caused the album to go to number 10 on the charts. Now, of course, they're considered a one-hit wonder, even though, like I said, Space Age Love Song did hit the top 40. They're still considered a one-hit wonder. And VH1 placed that song at number 2 on their list of the greatest one-hit wonders of the 80s. So it certainly is one of those songs that will live through time. Again, that was Flock of Seagulls with Iran, So Far Away. Well, that about wraps it up for us here at Random Draw. If you'd like to learn more about WTBR or even have an idea for your own show, visit WTBR-FM.com. So until next time here on Random Draw, I've been your host, David Cachet. We will see you later.